Welcome to Financial Fitness with Lori. Today we are going to have the subject of IRAs, individual retirement accounts. I've asked our in-house subject matter experts to help us with this. Today we're going to have an interview with Kelli Benner, our Saginaw Branch Manager, to get some of those very specific IRA questions answered for you. Kelli, can you answer that very common question that a lot of people just need to understand? What is the difference between a traditional and a Roth IRA?
A traditional IRA is going to be more of a pre-tax type retirement account. Your contributions are potentially tax deferred until you withdraw them. A Roth IRA, the funds are placed in after they've already been taxed, so you have a potential of just having the taxes waived on your interest that is earned on those funds.
If I pulled out money either from a traditional or from a Roth IRA before I was 59 years old, would I have to pay any tax penalties on that money?
For a traditional IRA, if you are to withdraw before you are 59 and a half years old, you are subject to an early withdrawal penalty tax. They do have several exceptions to that rule, but this would definitely be a place where you want to get tax advice to find out what those reasons are.
If somebody were in a traditional IRA, would it ever be or could it be beneficial for them to transfer that traditional IRA to a Roth IRA?
It can be pulled from an IRA with no penalty due to the death of an owner, moving funds from one financial institution to another while still keeping them in an IRA will be ways that penalties would not be charged.
How much money could I deposit to an IRA each year?
The IRS does set standard maximums for contributions that can be placed into IRAs annually. For the year of 2020, the max that can be placed in your IRA is $6,000. However, if you are over age 50, you get to contribute an extra $1,000, making that contribution for 2020 $7,000.
If I inherited an IRA, would I have to pay taxes on that inheritance?
There are so many options when inheriting an IRA from a deceased owner that I would definitely recommend tax advice. However, a spouse can assume those funds as their own with no reporting to the IRS, but all other beneficiaries will have several options based on their age, the age of the IRA owner, on the date of their death.
I would like to welcome Sandy Phillips. She is the ELGA Credit Union Engagement Extraordinare, and she is now with us to answer the remainder of the questions about IRAs. To start us off, I think it would be good for our viewing audience to understand how old you'd need to be to start an IRA.
There is no minimum age to open an IRA, but you do have to have earned income. So earned income would be wages, tips, salaries, or commissions.
Do I have to start making withdrawals from my IRA at age 59 and a half if I don't need the money?
No, you do not have to start taking withdrawals at 59 and a half. However, if you have a traditional IRA, you are required to start taking a minimum distribution the year in which you turn 72.
Now, Sandy, could a credit union like ELGA Credit Union hold an IRA account?
Yes, as a matter of fact, ELGA offers IRA options for all seasons of life.
How does somebody make a contribution to an IRA account?
There are many convenient ways to deposit to your IRA. The best way is to set up an automatic deposit from your paycheck. If your employer does not offer this option, then we could set up an automatic transfer on your bank account. In addition to those ways, you could come into the teller window and speak with a teller. You could mail in your payment by phone using online banking or our convenient ELGA app.
Can you tell me what the benefit might be to having your IRA at a local credit union?
The biggest benefit of having your IRA at the credit union is the great rate we will offer you, along with the peace of mind your funds are federally insured. And you know, Lori, a lot of our members still like to come in and see us face to face.
What is the deadline date each year to contribute to an IRA?
You can contribute into your IRA up to the tax deadline of the year you are contributing for. For example, for 2020. You could contribute from January 1st of 2020 until April 15th of 2021.
If I have a 401k plan at my workplace Could I possibly have an IRA account as well?
Yes, this is a great way to diversify your retirement. There are a couple things you need to know. Your income will determine if your traditional IRA contributions are deductible. Your income will also determine how much you can contribute to a Roth IRA, if at all.
I would like to thank Kelli Benner and Sandy Phillips for their IRA expertise. Come to ELGA Credit Union to open your IRA today and make it a great day.
We're ELGA Credit Union.